Greetings, salutations, good day and hi, you guys and gals, and welcome back to the VTRP channel for the finale, the grand finale of CorpoCar Season 9. Just 3 rounds left here. 3 rounds left in this series. Rounds 10 through 12 at Okayama International Circuit, the Phoenix Street Circuit, and Pocono Raceway. Oh, by the way, also, a very special Happy Father's Day to all the fathers here. It's your special day, so Happy Father's Day to everyone who celebrates. Alright, let's have a look at the point standings. Snoozy Chu of Sox Agency leading the way with 293 points. Landfilia of Aegis Link is second with 291. Ursa Nunish of Glitch Stars third with 275. Rakugaki Goa fifth with 251. Cersei Soulstorm fifth with 248. Yeah, you'll notice all the way down to 8th, the names are bold and underlined because they're all within 94 points of each other. Now, the maximum points you can get in a round is 102 points, so 100 for a win, 1 for pole, 1 for fastest lap. Names that are just bold are within 204 points of each other, so 2 full rounds of points, and everyone outside of it, everyone below DK Graves and 40th are outside of 204 points, so yeah. And unfortunately, it's looking pretty critical. There's a slight chance that points critical may come into play that may affect the ability to determine a champion. But we will see as it is. Yeah. Also, spare a thought to Mita Osita. Final time in CorpoCar, final time in BNU next weekend. So let's just hope she gets sent off on a high note in her finale. Okie dokie. So joining me in commentary later on will be Chrono. He's running a bit late, but I already have someone in commentary with me. It's good old Adak. Adak, hello.
Well. It's we're in the final stretch here on this season's Corpo Championship Trail.
Yep.
As it stands right now, we do have the final 20% of the schedule currently at hand. We do have the likes of Okayama, the F1 track, which used to be called TI Circuit AIDA, the F1 Phoenix track that hosted F1 racing in the 80s, and Pocono, the interesting oval track which has a 4th corner for some reason, but well, maybe not, but let's not beat around the bush too much. Let's move into Okayama, a track on which I am pretty much familiar, as I have had lots of experience hosting and riding on that racetrack. So I do have a bit of a know-how as to how to approach this circuit. But as for the championship contenders, we do have the likes of the ones who win a lot, those who have been very consistent, and those who have been unfortunate in not being able to enter races but still force themselves in the championship fight. All of them are within the top 5, and this will make for a very interesting championship battle. Can't wait to see how it unfolds here in Okayama.
Right. So, it's 3.703 kilometer, 2.301 motorsport racetrack in Mimasaka, Okayama Prefecture in Japan. So let's not waste any more time and let's get loading. Bon!
Now, the idea here for Okayama is it's a pretty hilly circuit. Of course, it is within the mountain range in Mimasaka, and it's not really a track known for its high-speed corners, so you do need to rely a lot on your car's mechanical grip. So let's look at an onboard lap here in Okayama. So you can see the steering input of the car as well. So anyways, coming into the final corner here, into turn 1, the 600-meter long blast into the first corner. Find the 100-meter marker. Try to hit the apex here, and that should be a no problem for that one. And then into turn 2. still pretty much okay. And now you're coming into the Moss S, which is basically can be taken flat out before you reach Atwood Curve, 50-meter mark for your braking, and then hook the car up for a late apex run onto the back straight, slight uphill. Time to literally rest your legs, rest your stuff here as you're now coming into the hairpin corner. Brake at around the 75 and 50-meter marker. And then coming into Revolver and Piper. These two left-handers that you're seeing here right now, hanging around in around second to third gear. Maybe third gear if you want to carry a lot more speed. And then you're coming into Redmond, the left-hander, before you go to Hobbs. It's basically a stop and go in around maybe second gear, maybe first gear, and then maybe you can try to go flat out into Mike Knight. Beware the curves on the inside, and then into the final quarter. Carry as much speed as you can, and into the final quarter. And that is the lap here in Okayama. And we'll see how she just puts her car, and she puts herself in a decent position. But we'll see how the grid lines up.
All right. Chrono just came in. Hi there.
Hello.
So looking forward to the finale of this season.
Of course. Also, I want to greet both of your fathers a happy Father's Day.
I'm a father?
Yes.
What? I don't remember being a father.
No. I meant both of your fathers.
Yeah, okay. Awesome. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Chrono. I would be waiting for Super Tuesday though. Super Tuesday, there's a discount on Domino's Pizza over there, so I might have to wait for that discount. I can get a 60% discount on large size pizzas for my dad, and so I might have to wait until Tuesday for that.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Pizza sounds good.
Yeah, of course.
Not sponsored. Oh, son of a gun! Another previous race winner's curse. You gotta be kidding me, man. And,
Verita Hawthorne, who I believe is not going to be in this race.
Just...
It's an it happens thing. All right, so we as Dag is about to clear the DNQs on the grid, let's congratulate Plane Hoshikuzu from Specialite that has made the pole position spot. And she will now be lined up with alongside Yenna Youngblood in P2 from Chroma Shift. As I'm gonna go into P12, I'm just gonna also focus on the Landfilia and Arisa Nunes on row 2, starting third and fourth. Snoozy our championship leader, I believe, is currently in P5. Cersei Soulstorm, who I believe is P5 in the standings, will start in P6. So we might see a very interesting Clash of the Titans in row 3. DK Grace and Serenity Cosmica make up row 4 with Tomomi Toraya and Liko Liana in row 5. With Ruby Runehart and Roa Artos making up row 6.
Alright, and then I'll introduce 13th through 20th. Yomi Quigley Sox, Agency starting 13th. Mita Osita, last day in CorpoCar for her. Wishing her the very best. Starting off 14th, Serena Starstruck starting 15th for Stellarverse Pro. Ugala I for Specialite starting 16th. Mayfei 17th for Aegis Link. Dr. Nova E for V4 Mirai starting 18th. Mimi Ivory for VNU 5th Gen starting 19th. Nariko Kamitaba starting 20th for Specialite. Chrono.
Where am I starting?
21st.
Right on. Rararokara, Katya Sable, Lemmy Licken, Mozumi Pichi Mozumi, Yayugiri, alias Anono, Yui Usachi, Perry Winkleton, Kiri Spika, Lumi Yukime, Ryugoku Chukasa, Imuri Hiragi, Malfina, Briggerfish, Mumi Yumemi, and Irie Veritas.
Got your ibuprofen prepared in case of the worst happening. But we are set to go. Another 21-minute timed race. Round 10 taking place here at Okayama. With Plane Hoshikuzu getting pole position for this race. So let's...
hit the race button.
Yes, I am. We'll proceed round 10. Come to red lights. Race is on. Here we go.
And... Bonsai!
Geronimo!
Lamphilia already looking for a B line, but Plane-chan has already saw that coming.
And it's a great start from her as they're now coming into the Moss S. It's going to be Plani Hushiko's leading Lamphilia and Yena Youngblood as they're now coming into the Moss. I'm sorry, the Sterling. I forgot the name of the corner here. But anyways, they're coming into the back straight here. It's a pretty decent long length back straight. I believe it's almost 1 kilometer in length. So it's all about trying to stuck in behind and go for a move down the inside. And I see Yena Youngblood already making her move into P2.
Yeah, that's a turn 4 right there. That was the Atwood curve, you know, that banked turn right there.
Yeah. Man, my mind is currently on ramen right now. It's currently fueled by ramen, not sponsored. So yeah, it's actually at the hairpin, turn 4. So yeah, apologies for the error, but we do have a few cars. They're all going single file as they're now coming into Mike Knight, the penultimate corner of the circuit. There's actually a big gap though between Ruby Runehart and I believe that's Cersei Soulstorm. So, I saw a massive rear end losing moment for Nunes, and that's gonna open the door there for Cersei to try to make a move down the inside. But Nunes manages to still stay ahead. How did Nunes manage to keep that car in a straight line?
Patience and staying calm, I suppose. Yeah, speaking of ramen, I went to Costco yesterday where they're handing out free samples of delicious ramen noodles, 4 flavors of noodles. I tried out all 4 flavors and they were quite good. Yeah, yum, yum, yum.
I hope the budget is good for you. But anyways, let's not beat around the bush with ramen talk. As we're
good news.
Ooh.
Yeah, the Crazy Oli has seen my F1 livery
Holy
of her.
Cow.
I should want to point out that water is wet because I think this is pretty much
very
guaranteed though. So I think it's already a given. I think it's already a given though that if you were to use the gravy art hashtag that has in a post that features Crazy Oli related themes, Crazy Oli will immediately find you or eventually find you. Well, it's not a surprising like instance of any sort. It is a like instance that needs to be credited for. So yeah, good job to Chrono for his Oli post.
Yeah.
Roa still stuck in pit lane. Killspeaker and Narco Kamitaba just went back out onto the track.
Looks like they might have contact somewhere. They had to make a pit stop somewhere, so it's a big loss for them. But as for the top 5 in the championship battle, they're all pretty much still in it. Lamphilia, I believe, is currently in P4. Lamphilia, who's currently running in second, is currently running in P4. So it is going to be a very interesting fight. Nunes also in that top 6 battle as well. The driver who essentially almost had the rear end lost over on the final corner in one of the laps there. So this is going to be a very interesting fight for the basically it's going to be a very interesting fight at the top end of the championship. And Risa Nunes again with a poor final corner. Now she's overtaken by Cersei Soulstorm. Just wanted to point out about Cersei. She only entered in 5 races, the least out of anyone inside the top 5, but it's still in the top 5 in the championship. And if you look at average points earned, it's 49.5 out of 100. So she's easily one of the most consistent entrants in the event she does enter in a race. So please watch out for Cersei here.
Very nice insight there, Professor.
Cersei Soulstorm, who won at Pikes Peak in round 3 this month. And another driver in pit lane, that's Malfina of Socks.
Well, she might need to change her socks there because it's not a good day for her so far in Okayama, having to lose a lot of time
and Emery
potentially getting lapped as well.
Hyagi Emery having to restring her violin.
And speaking of which, Pretty Hoshikuzu, meanwhile, is extending
Whoa.
her gap there to Yena Youngblood. I believe the gap's now at around 3 seconds. Or, no, right, yeah, 3 seconds between, or is that 2 seconds between
It's
Pretty
1.9
and
at
Yena.
the moment. 1.9, very close.
And I do want to point out, though, also, Suzuki getting into the back end of Vienna, but we'll see if she can hook up the car very well before this long straight, but the gap is way too big, so there won't be any moves. But also, watch out for Cersei, though. She's one of the big gainers in this race.
Improving to 4th, passing by Lanphilia, another great pass for position for the Chroma Shift member. And
Yeah, I was gonna ask if it was
lost
a lap car or a track position overtake.
Looks like these cars are all on the lead lap. Katya Sable and Naruko Kamitaba struggling. There is Katya Sable somewhere. Right here, okay. These two having to stop at pit lane, and luckily Liana eventually making her way out. Before Mirai.
Just wanted to check here. Is still actually extending her gap to Yena.
2.388, 2.392.
Yeah, because it was at 1.9 seconds on the previous lap, so you can see here that Plane is absolutely in control of this race. I just want to watch out for lap cars, though.
I don't see much in the way of lapped cars on the track as of yet. Maybe if Naruko and Tsukasa Goku come out before Plan A, it looks like it's going to be Naruko coming out before Plan A goes ahead.
It is. So we're gonna watch out for the lap cars, though, as she might have to see a battle on 2 fronts as well. So that might be something that she needs to pay attention. Also, I might need to take some time off for about 5 to 10 minutes. I need to clean up my ramen.
Audio.
So, all right.
Alright, so Chrono, what can we discuss to try to avoid dead air?
No idea, honestly, but other than cover racing next week.
Yes, Formula Hollow for 2 consecutive weekends. I can't wait. So, Magny-Cours and Le Castellier. So, Challenge Series will be at Magny-Cours, and then World Championship will be at the CorpoCar Circuit at Le Castellier for round 8.
Oh,
And then
Challenge for old, Worlds for new.
Yep. And then STCC will be at Magny-Cours.
For along with Challenge.
Yep.
About STCC, I am thinking of nulling the constructor, since one of the teams is very, very gutted by these recent graduations, namely Star Garden.
Yeah, it's ultimately gonna be a 1-2 team race, and and at least one team impossible to win the title. I don't see the point of that. We'll still keep the team championship for Formula Hollow.
Of course.
Yep. Also, the weekend after, more Formula Hollow racing and STCC racing. Did I say STCCC or accidentally? It's supposed to be STCC. All 3 series will be at Silverstone.
Ah, yes. Now that's indeed John Circuit. And that's
John
where a lot of
Circuit. Go on.
and that's where a lot of Formula One teams test over the winter, seeing as most of them are living in UK at what they call Motorsport Valley. I just learned that from a
Awesome,
certain
awesome.
channel.
Yeah.
The only teams that do not live there, no prizes for guessing who. Ferrari.
All right. So yeah, it's clear as daylight for Planet Hoshikuzu. Snoozy dealing with the lapped car of Naruko Kamitaba ahead.
Gotta say, all those rally art trackside ads are a little nostalgic to me. Having having been in quite a lot of Mitsubishi cars with their stickers on it. Our current car even is a Mitsubishi. And of course it gets rally art stickers as DK Graves makes a move.
Yeah, I want to
On
feature
Navy
some.
Ivory.
I want to feature some
Was that a lap?
B&U cars, just in case it may be it for B&U, and it might be over before season 10 gets into the swing of things. Remember, I want to bring in the EN members of Bespo into CorpoCar, and what's that other agency I want to bring in? I don't remember. Virtualverse.
And for my part, I want to bring in FSP.
It's a big agency though. It's
Oh, man.
it's rather large. Hello.
Oh man, welcome back. So anyways, while I was gone, Polite Yoshikuzu is having a very good race though at the moment, now extending her gap to 4.2 seconds and doesn't seem to have any issue with Oh, Arisa Nunes is on the pit lane right now.
Yeah.
Not a good time for her. Currently sitting in third place in the standings. That will be a massive damper in her championship hopes too.
Planet Hoshikuzu 4.5 second lead over
yes.
championship leader
Ferrari.
Snoozy. Yeah.
Young blood too. From 16 in the standings right now at 163 points, is looking for a good result here. Looking for a first podium as well. This will help her elevate up into maybe in around the top 10.
Look at this.
We will have to see. Ooh.
Outlaws members all in. 3 Outlaws members in the top 5, 3, 4, 5 respectively for Yina, Cersei, and West Series champion Ruby Runehart.
Speaking of which, they do need to pass 2 more of their ops though if they were to make it make it a 1, 2, 3 for their agency. But we will have to see though if they could get past Hoshikuzu and Snoozy, who currently occupy the top 2 spots. And right now, it's easier said than done because Snoozy now has to deal with lap cars. Remember what I said?
Well, it's only just a 1-lapped car of Naruko Kamitaba.
Even if it's just a single car in a track like Okayama with not a lot of overtaking opportunities, we are expecting some basically some holding up from Kamitaba, as she is looking to hold up Snoozy in P2, which will allow Plane Hoshikuzu to extend the lead in the standings. Extend the lead in this race.
All right, while we consider when Snoozy will try to pass Naruko, if at all. Fastest lap is Serenity Cosmica, running 20th at the moment, 112.628 in lap 11. Serenity, another member of B&U. Oh yeah, by the way,
which is
yeah.
more like V and U.
Please, let's not go there. Just let them have their moments.
Yeah.
For the time being, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. CorpoCar
I do
Season
want
10.
to point out, though. I
Go ahead.
do want to point out one thing here. There is a big train of cars in what is like P14. Look at P14 when you made me look at the amount of cars currently at the back. This is what I mean about basically what I mean about the overtaking issue here in Okayama. It's not a good track to overtake. It's a good track to hot lap, but it's not a good track to overtake. And now you see like 10 or 12 cars currently at the back of that 14th place entrant. They're all struggling to make passes between each other. So it's all about trying to maintain composure and keeping a level head.
Yeah, they're all basically forming a conga line.
All good points, Professor.
7-second lead for Plaine Hoshikuzu as she buys her a second win in 3 races after her win at Nazareth. Oh yeah, yeah. As I was saying, CorpoCar Season 10, besides Bespo Ian and what you call it, Virtual Verse, I'm also running in to add Takara Live. But again, yeah, you may have noticed my gripes about model pin images being unavailable and the images on the ref sheets not at all reflecting what it looks like when it comes to the models, as there was a bit of debris on the track.
But I think it's off the racing line, so I think it should be okay for now. So, as I was saying, so we do have a few more cars currently in the pit lane.
Again, Malfina having to pit.
It's not a good day for her. I will be real with you if you are looking about Malfina. Currently down in the standings. Scored no points in 2 of the 9 races that she's entered so far. DNQ'd in 2, and only having a best finish of 9th place. It's not really been a good season for her. But anyways,
Snoozy Chu was able to pass Nariko, so she's free to try chase after the race leader Plaine Hoshikuzu, but Plaine still maintaining a big lead, and time is running out. There's 3:10 left in the race.
Yeah, literally. Snoozy is literally nearly 7 seconds behind Plaine Hoshikuzu. If she were to try to get things done, she needs a basically stellar lap though. And even that stellar lap is not going to be enough to get her close to Plaine Hoshikuzu. It also required the leader to lose 3 seconds a lap for even the chance for basically Snoozy to get herself in contention to take this race lead away. Unless there's a massive crash from the leader, which I doubt this will happen because she is running this race pretty calmly. I think she might have this thing in the bag, and for Plaine, it will be a pretty much a statement win for the driver currently sitting 33rd in the standings, and a win here would basically push her into the fringes of championship contention, barely.
Yes, so we will see how it is as yet another driver goes into pit lane, Lumiu Hime. Yeah, just several drivers losing front wings, but luckily I don't see anything worse than that, and all 36 cars still remain in the lead lap. Nariko 3 laps down, a few of them 2 laps down, and a few 1 lap down. As I need to keep an eye on the time here. Yeah, fastest lap 1:12.430 by Mumu Umemi at the moment.
Isn't Mumu currently in 14th?
Yeah,
it's pretty ironic. It's pretty ironic though because she was the one who leads basically the conga line throughout much of this race. But anyways, back onto the leader right now. Plaine Hoshikuzu is absolutely rocking it here in this fight. It's basically throughout this entire race. I'd say she's the MVP for this race.
Right.
And if you do look into basically everyone else in the championship hunt, I do want to point out here, Landfilia is currently down in P8. Arisa Nunes is now out of the equation. Akugaki Koa, well, I haven't seen her. Well, I believe she is a DNQ in this race. Cersei Soulstorm, meanwhile, is having a also decent race as well. Currently running in P4 and could very well steal the podium from her fellow gen mates.
Bless you, Chrono.
Oh, sneezy moment.
Yep, I thought that will be heard on the mic. It was just a short distance, much like this race.
Well, actually,
a short distance away from winning, from closing.
Yeah. Actually, Adak, you are right that traffic is going to be a burden. There is a car ahead as we go into the white flag of this race, with Plane leading. But Snoozy remains a distance behind Plane, 7.47 at the line.
Yeah, they're pretty much asking for a miracle here.
And with Plane led just about the whole entire race from pole, just having a clean race, no issues whatsoever. I think it's going to be 2 for 3 for the alien girl from Specialty JP.
And Specialty will basically get a win for them as well. It won't be I think it is not exactly their first. Snoozy, of course, already had that win from the season opener in Riverside. It's been a very good season for her.
Snoozy Chew is a Sox agency, actually.
Sorry, Snoozy is Sox. But anyways, it's a great race for her, and I'm absolutely enjoying this one.
That is going to do it. Plane Hoshikuzu gets a second win of the month, second in 3 races. She takes the victory here at Okayama.
And man, apologies for the brain fart, of course. Backing up her win from, I believe, in round 8 in Nazareth, with a win at home in Okayama. The Specialty JP member has got the job done. P2 goes to Sudichu. Yenna Youngblood takes P3. Cersei Soulstorm in the championship hunt. Her will be the best of the top 5 right now. So it will be her who will take the initiative in the championship battle here at the moment. But of course, if we are ignoring Snoozy Chew, who has been in P2, so it looks to me that Snoozy Chew will extend her championship lead as it stands.
Excellent run by the Sox agency member who previously won a West Series title, I believe in 6th or 7th season. I don't remember, but yeah. To the question in the chat, it's an all CPU race. The drivers are named after the vTubers they represent. So it's an all AI, all CPU race. Just want to let everyone know, just to clip some confusion. Anyway, just need to quickly update the medal counts. Plane, Snoozy, and Yena.
So as Dak is gonna update the charts here, let's go ahead and take a look into the race results. Plane Hoshikuzu takes the checkered flag over Snoozy Chew in second. Yenna Youngblood rounds out the podium. Cersei Soulstorm and Ruby Runehart round out the top 5. Meta Osita in P6. Tomomi Taraya finishes P7. Landfilia, one of our championship contenders, finishes in P8. Serena Starstruck and DK Grace round out the top 10. Rara Rokora, Dr. Nova in 11th and 12th. With Mumu Yumemi, who was leading the conga line of race cars, basically. It's another word for a trolley train. Yayugiri in P14, Mivi Ivory P15, Mayface 16, with Serenity Cosmica, Urara Ai, Usachi Yui, and Yomi Quinley rounding up the drivers from 17th to 20th. Alias Anono and Triggerfish have quiet races in P21 and 22. Same goes for Irie Viridis. Perry Wickleton on the final lap has lost her engine. So that will be tough luck for the driver who finishes in 24th. And then we got our drivers on one lap down. Arisa Nunes, who was in the hunt for the top 5, is in the top 5 in the standings before this race. So she is down at 25th. Krispika 26, Hiragi Emery 27, Lemmy Licken 27, Roa with Lemmy Licken 28th, Roa Arctos 29th, and Tsukasa Ryogoku, who I believe had won the previous. Sorry, wrong person. Anyways, Tsukasa Ryogoku had a decent race in this one, but unfortunately falls down to 30th place due to contact and having to make a pit stop in this race. And then looking into the drivers who have not finished inside the points in the the final the final 6 drivers who have not finished inside the points. Just wanted to double check the drivers from 31st to 36 just to double check.
Just left to Serenity Cosmica.
Yeah, that is one of them, but I do want to point out the other drivers who have finished outside the points.
Right.
So, looking at this one, Mozumi Pichi, Lumi Yukime, Liko Liana, Katya Sabel, Malfina, and Neriko Kamitaba have multiple issues in the races, either through contact or issues with their cars, which meant that they had to be sent to pit lane, and that is unfortunate for these entrants who have lost out a chance for good points.
All right, 26 5 points for Krispika. That's the one name I'm missing, and everything does make sense here. 101 for Plan A and 19 for Serenity. Adding the bonus points, and need to do some course correction, and it's looking even more critical. Oh dear, oh dear. Bottom 5, 3 members of the bottom 5 are VTuber members, and yeah, it's just ibuprofen, it looks like.
Not a good season.
Grim.
So it's not a good season for V Dere, as meanwhile, on the other end, it's a good day though for the Chroma Shift members. 3 of their 7 of the VTubers within that agency is within the top 10 of the championship hunt. So can't wait to see how it goes as we're about to come into our final road course race of the season. Unless Pocono is an oval, but unless Pocono is not an oval, but we don't live in that universe. But we hope to see you for the penultimate round of CorpoCar World Season 9 in Phoenix as an F1 racetrack in the 1980s.
Right.
So we hope to for everyone to stay tuned.
All right, Snoozy Chew 368 Landfilia 327, Cersei Soulstorm 298, Residunich 281, all within 87 points of each other. Akogaki Koa is 5th with 251, 117 down of Snoozy Chew. All right, so in a few minutes as we head on over to downtown Phoenix. Don't go anywhere.
We'll be back after these messages.
All right, Nanak. All right, Chrono, you ready to feel the heat?
I'm not sure because I've already felt multiple instances of heat already from where me and Chrono are currently residing. But we do get the picture.
Agree with that over here.
Yeah. So of course, the next track will be the Phoenix Street Circuit in, of course, Phoenix, Arizona, of course. So it is going to be a very interesting racetrack here. I'm not sure if we're going to be using the 8990 layout or will it be the 1991 layout.
1991.
But we are going to be. Oh, so this will mean at the very most we are going to be dealing with tons of very tight circuits. If you think Okayama is a crucial track for mechanical grip, this is a track. This is basically Okayama, but even more absurd.
Yeah.
Because look at the amount of 90-degree left-handers and right-handers there. That'll make some YouTuber blush.
Yeah. I get what you're talking about. 2.312 miles, 3.721 kilometers, 15 turns, of which many of them are indeed 90-degree turns. So let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and get to the Phoenix
load button.
Track. Fun!
All right, so as usual, we are just gonna go for a onboard. So we're gonna go a bit of an onboard here to see how it's going to work in this 1991 Phoenix layout. So of course, within downtown Phoenix, Arizona, it is a track that, of course, had been etched in history because in the 1991 edition, I believe. Hang on, I just wanted to double check here. Yeah, it's basically another race known for Tyrrell's finish inside the point. But let's not talk about that. Let's talk about the onboard lap here. So it's a short burst into the start finish line before a long and drawn out section into turn 1. This is a very tight section here, turn 1, down into first gear for what our first 90-degree corner, and then into turn 2 as well. Oh, hits the wall.
Careful there.
In around 100-meter mark. Hit the apex, but don't hit the retaining wall on the inside. Same goes for turn 3 and turn 4. In all of these corners, you have to drop down into first gear, so it's a bit of a interesting thing. So as you're now coming into the first of the more interesting parts of the circuit, into turns 5 and then the king in turn 6, which should set you up for a flat out section in turn 7. Although I would think that you might just be able to get away with going flat out turn 7 and then having to dab on the brakes at turn 8 for a decently length back straight into Washington Street. And then into turn 9, another one of those, again, dastardly 90-degree left right-handers. Brake pretty hard into the corners, but just don't lock up. Same goes for turn 10 for another 90-degree corner. And then coming to turns 11 and 12, left and right sweep, a very awkward one as well. It's not really a track that's great for hot lapping, as you see here into turns 13, 14, and 15. A triple apex corner to complete the lap. And this will be how you handle the Arizona circuit. And it will be key to see how these drivers are going to survive the street circuit. Because you know the theming here with street circuits.
Yeah, we did notice the nuances of racing on street circuits last Friday night, and yeah.
All right, so anyway. we are gonna basically
we're gonna have to lock it in
here.
And again, previous.
No. No! What's with the theme here? You win one race and then you end up DNQing. You better off finishing second at this point. Polly Hoshigusa will miss out on racing here in Arizona, and with it, her championship hopes have now gone in an instant. Stimpack as well. Mita Osita, who have also finished inside the top 10, as well as DK Grace, Toka-kun as well, Triggerfish, Cersei Soulstorm also did not make it out. Landphilia just about made it by the skin of her teeth. But Cersei Soulstorm, this will be her, I believe, her 6th non-entry in this season's CorpoCar Worlds.
As for Snoozy, where is she started if I haven't missed her out? Holy cow, she started off at pole. It's a sucks first gen front row lockout.
And looking into this one right now, the championship leader will start on pole. And Snoozy Chew, if she does win this race, she will be guaranteed a spot into the final race at Pocono, as she will be lining up alongside Camisole Corzette, as we saw her on board there. It's a pretty good lap there, I'll be honest with you. Roa Octas and Orara Ai will start on row 2. Mumuyu Mimi, who had been leading the pack of cars in Okayama last time out, will now start P5 alongside Arisa Nunes, who's ready to fight back after the disappointment of Okayama. And Mozibi Pichi and Eriko Kamitaba will hope to have more race pace in Phoenix than Okayama. Alias Anano and Yomi Quinley make up row 5. Mogugos and Tsukasa Ryogoku make up row 6. Dag, Chrono, if you would like to continue.
Chrono, please. 13th through 24.
Yes, sir. In this particular order, Serena Starstruck, Lumi Yukime, Magomo Magomori, Serenity Cosmica, Ruby Runeheart, Lalabelle Lullaby, Yena Youngblood, Hanihima, Mayfei, Katya Sable, Pocorakun, Malfina.
Okay. All right. And I'll do the rest. Anya Ignis, Miwa Bell, Kila Speaker, Leko Liana, Hinagi Emery, Ivy Venus, Lebi Lycan, Maple, Usachiyuri, Avarisha, Hawthorne, Mono Monet, and Lan Philia. And we are set to go for the last non-oval race of the season, taking place in 1991 Phoenix Street Circuit Fun. Yeah, Street Circuit Fun. Probably an oxymoron for some of the drivers when it comes to racing in R Factor, but nonetheless, we must carry on.
Yeah, there could be worse. Their palace exists.
Yeah, and we all know what happened there. What will happen in Phoenix, though? Let's find out. Race is on. Round 11 of 12. Snoozy Chew, championship leader, leading the way.
Camisole for a beeline, as well as that other blue one, and that was Viroa Arctos.
Crucial first 90-degree turn.
And we'll see if parts are going to fly off there, but it looks to me that... Oh, I saw parts flying off there! That's contact, that's a few front wings and a few body parts already flying off the other cars at the mid-pack, but Snoozy Chew remains intact, leading against IE, and also the rest of the pack. We saw some front wings gone for Emery and Co. You saw how the contact worked there, and also another one, I believe it's Emiru, I believe, who also lost a front wing as well. That is a pretty expensive first time. And do we see more front wings lost in the mid-pack?
Obviously, that's Serena Starstruck being one of them, having issues.
And now she's struck.
Yeah, her front wing struck out.
Oh, that's a baseball.
Yeah. Yeah, so...
Oh, that's a baseballism.
Mm-hmm. So, definitely a handful of drivers will have to go into pit lane early on. But very good start for the championship leader in Snoozy Chew. So, one down. Around a minute 30-something.
Alright, so this will make it a 12-lap race of sorts, as the Snoozy Chew currently still leads against IE. And looking into how the race is about to take place here, I won't be surprised if there will be some heavy dive bomb action into turn 1, knowing how a lot of these corners are very much slow. And again, as I mentioned here, with these corners being slow, you're going to need to rely a lot on mechanical grip, as Yuki may have a bit of dust.
First casualty of this race, let me like it, Hanihima, Hilagi, Emery, Avarisha, Hawthorne in pit lane. So yeah, we are definitely going to see some attrition here. .90-degree turns and walls.
Alright, so
wonderful.
Just wanted to check back here. Looks to me that the top 10 are pretty much not really that separated. it might expand to the top 15. So I feel like every single one of these drivers in the top 10 might have a shot of winning this race. But if Okayama is difficult enough for you to make an overtake, this is that times 5. Because not only would you basically have basically the track basically layout not allowing you to make moves, there's literally walls everywhere. If it, I mean, there's literally no room for error. So if you're trying to force a move down the inside, where will you go? Where will your opponents go? The wall? And if they do hit the wall, they're going to be dealing with some insanely expensive damage. So that will be something that each of these entrants need to worry about if they're going to try to make any overtaking moves in this racing circuit.
Already some frustration for Snoozy as Lemmy Lycan just came out back onto the track after her pit stop, just immediately ahead of the race leader. And there's Urara Eye of Specialite right there. Umuyumami also of Specialite, but behind Hiragi Emery's car. As a couple more drivers having to stop Maple and Sarita Starstruck right here. Yep. And, oh, damage to her side pod.
A bit of a shame there. But anyway, we do have much of this race to go. And looking into the current issue here, Suzy Chu is currently being blocked there by Lycan. So remember what I said about overtaking being difficult? This also applies to overtaking lap cars. And since the lap car issue is going to be a bit harder here in AC, as she now goes down the inside, she might just be able to clear it. And also Urara Ai as well. So this will be pretty much nip and tuck for these two cars. But it won't be as easy as it looks for Urara Ai, as she now loses a bit of time against the likes of Snoozy Chu. So it's still game on.
Clear as daylight for the Sox Agency member as she tries to extend her championship lead. Yeah, remember, there's the issue of points critical in the way heading into the final round at Pocono. So even if she has enough of a lead to lock out the top spots, title might not be confirmed depending upon circumstances going on.
All right,
so we still have to wait to see what happens at Pocono. Adak?
All right, so just wanted to take a look here. So looking into the current issue with the leaders. Right now we are also going to be taking a look into, I believe, Lycan. Lycan is the lap car, sorry. So anyways, we are now looking into Mumi. Or I need to double check currently running in third here at the moment. Running in P3 right now is Mumu Yumemi, who, of course, last race had been the one blocking the other entrants, but is now running a good race in P3. Alice Anono, though, is also trying to chase Yumemi for the final podium position, but is currently being blocked by the lap car of Emery right now, who, of course, lost her front wing on lap 1.
Seeing if there's any more issues going on. Just a 28 to cars in the lead lap. Snoozy Chu with a lead of roughly 1 second ahead of Urara Ai.
No, Camisole is a strong case for a livery in a Corvette.
Start off at second, did not have a good start. Currently running 8th. Drivers are being content for the time being to race single file. Too early to try to make risks for some of them. Just try to of course, try to keep it off the wall if they could help it.
So, looking into the rest of the entrance here, as I mentioned here, I haven't really seen any moves there.
I said keep off of the wall, Mogu Ghost.
Yeah, but I'm not sure they got the assignment correctly. But anyways, this is what I mean about how difficult it is to overtake on a street circuit. Because you see here, even with a layout that should be okay for overtakes, due to the amount of walls that basically surround these entrances, they're all going to have to take it pretty easy, because if there's a wrong move, then you have nowhere to go. You either have to hit another car or you have to hit the wall. So this is what I mean. So this might go down to a pit shuffle, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen this race. So it's all about trying to maintain. It's all about maintaining your mental composure in this race.
Indeed. Slowly starting to approach the halfway point of this race. Last timed race of the series, 21-minute timed race, as Mogu tries to make a move on Mazu.
Mogu. But you get the idea.
Unsuccessful, though.
Yep, this is what I mean, though.
But on the second push is okay. Up to 6
so
now.
Basically, the entire idea is that if you want to overtake someone, there has to be a huge difference in gap for the car that's going to overtake the car that is about to be overtaken. So there's the need to have the amount of speed difference, because if you have the speed difference, you might just be able to line up alongside and force a move whether they like it or not. Otherwise, it will remain the status quo, because right now Suzy Chu captured pole position in essentially the best possible situation here, and she is currently within a good shot to grab the 101 points, assuming she wins this race. So
yes.
Looking into the point situation, she will most likely extend the championship to at the very least 66 points between between her nearest second place entrant, and that is even at most, because the gap might actually be bigger. So Snoozy Chu might actually have a very simple run heading into the Pocono finale, where she might only need either a mid-table finish, or she could just not qualify at all and hope that her entrants don't crack into the top 5.
More drivers are coming in. Alias and No-No. Stop it. Hit Lane and... who's 24th? Inagi Emery again having to retune her violin. So 2 more drivers just struggling to make ends meet. Under 10 minutes to go. Halfway through this race.
Alright, so again, Snoozy Chu currently in control of this race. Urarai is now within a second of Snoozy Chu, but again, as I mentioned earlier, the overtake situation is a bit dire. So what Urarai probably needs to do is to basically have a good run off of the final 3 corners, have a very quick blast up into the main straight, and then try to go line up alongside, maybe go for a late braking, maybe use a lap car as a pick. But right now, we might be seeing a pass for the lead actually have this chances improve. So we might have to wait and see how it goes. As of right now, Suzy Chu still is in control.
There is a car in the way, though, as Alias managed to get just ahead of Snoozy. So, traffic is starting to become an issue again for the leaders. Anyway, guys, you know what's rather ironic?
Yes.
Yeah, we're in a hot weather city, an extremely hot weather city in Phoenix, Arizona. Yet I do see signs, logos for Iceberg.
Well, we all
They're probably selling something icy.
Well, basically that's a sign that we all need to cool down, and global warming is a massive issue as well. But of course, for people like us who live in tropical climates, we all just have to learn to get used to the super hot weather.
Right.
Basically the idea is to basically keep multiple large bottles of water with you at all times, so that you can always keep hydrated, and expect those 2 bottles of water to literally run out after a single day if you have continuous exposure to the sun.
Urawa considering trying to make a move on Snoozy, but Snoozy is wiser to Urawa's tricks and keeps a close eye behind. Where's Landphilia? Landphilia is currently 16. Yeah.
And also, just remember what I said about street circuit track being hard to overtake. What we are seeing here from Yui and Irie Verdes, though, trying to go basically make moves between each other into what looks like turn 5, turn 6, and all that stuff. Looks like so overtakes are possible after all. But again, as I mentioned, you're gonna need a massive difference in pace to make this work. And for the leaders right now, Snoozy is still in control. As Bell now goes down the inside of Irie, and almost basically gets the move done, as we now see Irie also trying to fight one back. It looks to me that we are seeing double file action here coming into the final set of quarters, turns 11 and 12. Can't wait to see how this goes.
Snoozy did go past Alias, so it's back to being.
I wasn't asked about that.
Back to being clear as daylight for her. Well, I wait for an opportunity to go past the lapped car. And there we go. There we go.
And here's the move down the inside though against Urarai, against alias Anono, who I believe is already down a lap or so. So Urarai's chase against Snuzichu will continue, but with only 6 minutes to go, you just wonder if Snuzichu can actually hold on, because for her it's actually a pretty easy job. But of course, if you look at the lap car issue here, Snuzichu currently in this hairpin corner, and looking at how she's handling it right now, with no lap cars currently in the way, Snuzichu is the clear favorite to win here.
Yeah, the next car ahead is like half a car, half a lap ahead. That's 35 Tsukasa Goku, who's all by her alone to himself. Just gonna be a race to forget for her. It is a close battle. Snoozy trying to keep ahead of Urawa Ai. We have seen a masterclass performance of keeping ahead of the close driver down the whole entire time by Ava Hawthorne at Adria yesterday. Snoozy tried to repeat that feat against Urawa Ai here in Phoenix.
So right now, looking into the battle for the lead, it's pretty much done and dusted here, unless something crazy happens in this race. So let's move on into this battle for the final podium positions here. Mumu currently in P3, currently blocked there by lap cars Licken and alias Anono. So Roa Arctos might actually have a shout there to chase, but we will see how far she can close back up. Because the gap is currently in around 1, 2, 3 seconds, so we will have to see how it goes for her. But again, so we might see her try to close in and make the pass on the final stages of this race. But for now, Roa Arthur still has a long way to go. She needs to find lap times against Mumu Yumemi.
Yeah, Roa running around 1.5 seconds behind Mumu Yumemi in the interval. Snoozy running 1.37 ahead of Urawa Ai with 3.5 minutes left. Oh, but makes a mistake.
Ooh.
Oh,
Snoozy
no.
Jew!
no!
Snoozy Jew with
Snoozy.
a car failure. The race leader and the championship leader elect coming into the final race of the season has absolutely thrown it away, and now it's going to be Urara Ai who now takes the lead of this race, and it will be big for the championship.
Oh, no.
Context here.
Void!
Snoozy has
Lanphilly and
fallen
Arisa-
into the void and out of the race. Unlucky for the championship leader.
Just out of
What has
it
happened?
entirely. Very much catastrophic failure for the race leader, who had been in control of this race for 3 quarters already, and it's now has it thrown away. But Urara Ai now has this race to lose, so it's all in control. So basically, all in her control. We'll see how it goes for her. And looking into the rest of the field, Lanphilly and Arisa Nunes will be one of the biggest winners here as well.
Oh, man. Unlucky for Snoozy, just running pretty, but lost it at turn 1 and dropping into the void out of the race and out of the points for sure. Except for her pole position thingy. Iceberg is a brand of designer jeans. Interesting. Yeah. Snoozy asleep at the wheel. Yeah. Yeah, that's might be the reason for that blunder, and a huge, potentially fatal blunder at that.
Yeah,
I gotta agree with all that.
I do want to point out though about the phenomenon called microsleep. I'm not sure if y'all have understood the idea. It's a sudden temporary episode of sleep or drowsiness, which may last for a few seconds. So basically, this means if I believe Snoozy had a bit of microsleep entering the corner, and basically that basically had her hit the wall, and so that basically Snoozy having that bit of Snoozy moment in the worst possible time. So it is a very much big shame for what should have been basically a chance for her to lock in one hand into the CorpoCar world title. But anyways, looking into the rest of the entrants as we're now coming into the final minute of this race before we're coming into this white flag, Lanphilly, of course, is going to be one of the biggest winners out there, who is currently in P14. And also Arisa Nunes. I just want to double check her.
Ooh, 29th. 29th for Ursa.
And also, looking how Akagaki Koa and Cersei Soulstorm have DNQ'd in this round, this also technically means Nuzichu, despite the blunder, has managed to basically have a good amount of damage limitation.
Yeah, she's only gonna earn 1 point for this race. Yeah. And yeah, unfortunately, Snoozy lost control in turn 1 and just ended up falling into the void out of bounds. Oh, man. And she was doing so well, too. But it's gonna be Urara Ai's race to beat. And I think that is gonna be a first-time win, too, for Urara Ai. Only 2 third-place finishes in East, and this is going to not only be her first Worlds podium, it's her first Worlds win. Coming down to the finish, and that is going to do it. It's a surprise win here at Phoenix, as Urara Ai gets the dub in round 11.
Great stuff for her, even if this is going to be a consolation win. Already out of title contention, alongside some of her other specialty teammates. But it is a statement win, though. Remember, I said this multiple times before in prior streams. You got to be in it to win it, because you may never know when your opponents make a massive race-ending blunder, like what you saw with Snoozy Chew. And you gotta have to, once that happens, you gotta be there to seize the opportunity. Carpe diem, as you like to call it. So, and that is exactly what Urara Ai did to take this checkered flag. Great stuff for her. And what a way to uplift spirits and what was otherwise been a mediocre season for her.
Yeah.
But for Landfilia, it is a good time for her to close back the gap. And I believe the difference now is within the 20-point range between Snoozy Chew and Landfilia for the CorpoCar World's title as we're about to head into Pocono.
All right, let's see. Fastest lap will go to Mono Monet with a 1:25.705. Again, final lap, as how it is with most of these fastest laps. Podium finishers Urara, Ai, Mumu, Yumemi, and Roa Arctos. So I'm going to quickly mark off the podium finishers Urara, Mumu, and Roa.
Roa Arctos. So anyways, I'm just going to also point out the remaining finishers here. Mogogos rounds out 4th place with Kamixol Corzette rounding out the top 5. Magamori in P6 with Neruko Kamitaba bouncing back from that Okayama disappointment in P7. Yumi Quinley, Ruby Runehart, and Mayfei make up the top 10 with Lullaby Lullaby in P11. Kiri Spica in P12 as well. And I want to move on to the P13 onwards to the next person.
Yes, Chrono, are you still around?
Yeah, still here.
Okay. If you please, 13th through 24th.
That'll be Katya Sable, Landfilia, Usachi Yui, Monomone, Miwabe, Lycoliana, I Reveritus, Yena Youngblood, and Enya Ignis, Serenity Cosmica, and Malfina. Up to 23rd, yes?
You know what? That's fine for me. I'll do the rest. Considering 24th and below are at least one lap down or DNFs. So, Alias and No fish in one lap down. Alias, Lammy, Lycan, 25th. Mozumi, Peachy fish in 26th. Eva Hawthorne, 27th. Poco, Raccoon, 28th. Arissa Noonish. 29th, Serena Starstruck, 30th, Hani Hima, 31st, Maple, 32nd, Hilagi Emery, 33rd, Tsukasa Ryogoku, 34th, and 2 DNFs, Snoozy Chew out onto the void, and Lumia Kime accident, not even the first lap through.
Ooh, a bit of a shame there. But anyways, we are going to see how the championship standings will go as we're now coming into the Pocono round. As I mentioned earlier, Landfilia does manage to... Landfilia basically managing that 14th place finish will be also crucial, and it might actually be a sub-20 point gap between Landfilia and the championship leader, Snoozy Chew, but we will have to see how the standings will look. Of course, Snoozy Chew will also be given the cushion that is the pole position point. So she will, at the very least, be able to have that as a slight cushion for her. But as it stands right now, it will be around 18 points separating between Snoozy Chew at 369 and Landfilia at 351, coming into the also decisive round here in Pocono.
So needs to check the points, and it's
only 4 drivers left.
I think it's looking fine. Just to do a bit of math here. Oh God, this is the hard part. Math. So.
Oh, believe me, it is.
But
actually,
anyways,
it's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's only 4 drivers. Snoozy Chew will get a guaranteed spot into this race.
So but that will also open the door for Landfilia, Cersei Soulstorm, and Arisa Nunes to also DNQ as well. So please pay attention to that as well as we're about to get ourselves ready for the final race of the CorpoCar World Season 9 at Pocono.
Yes, Landfilia has 1 win more than Snoozy Chew, so a tie in points between these two at the top would mean Landfilia would take the title. So 17th or better is good enough for her. Cersei.
We'll need P3. Cersei will need P3 or better.
P2.
P2 or better. P2 or better to have even a chance to sniff the title, to get the chance to sniff the title, Arisa Nunes needs to win at Pocono and hopes Nuzichu and Lenfiller finish outside the points.
All right, so we're gonna take one more quick break. While I deal with OBS and soundboard issues, when we come back, we'll see who will win the championship title at Pocono under the lights. That's right, a night race at Pocono.
Oh,
But
no.
we're gonna try. All right.
Dramatic.
Good luck.
All right. See you all in a few minutes while I deal with OBS issues. Don't go anywhere. Oh, OBS, you so silly. Anyway, just need to refresh the live chat and check the soundboard. Okay. Pocono Raceway, the tricky triangle, 2.5 mile trialable track, or 4.023 kilometer trialable track. And of course, we're going to be racing in nighttime settings, so we're gonna set over to 9 p.m. just in case. And how many laps? 30. 30.
Where was I?
You're right here. You didn't go away.
Oh yeah. So, anyways, we are now into the business end of the season, specifically the season finale, where we'll be dealing with, I believe, 30 laps here in Pocono. It's not timed, I believe.
Well, there is a 25-minute time limit, so that we won't run too long. But 30 laps here, and 40 drivers will qualify for this race, and Snoozy will have to be one of them in. All right. So let's not waste any more time, and let's get to things rolling here at Pocono. Bon?
All right, let's hit. All right. So basically, how do you approach Pocono? So as we're gonna go on to this on board of a car here in Long Pond, Pennsylvania, as we're gonna go for again, as we mentioned here, an onboard. We'll see how the track looks like. Again, this is the driver. We're also on the same onboard with the driver who started second in Phoenix. So let's take a look into how the Pocono track looks like. So in this track, it's basically just 3 corner. And so basically, as you're now coming into turn 1 after a very long first main straight, as you're now coming into the first of the bank corners. First bank corners is around 14 degrees, so you're absolutely going to be able to try to send it into turn 1 as you're now coming into the first of the back straights here. Turn 2, as you progressively continue with the circuit, the corner banking gets lesser and lesser. Turn 2 with only 8 degrees of banking, and then into a short burst into turn 3. What turn 4? Anyways, you're going to have to do a bit of a technical moves here into the final corner. See if you can try to get the early exit, because you might actually have to lift in turn 3 in these open wheel ovals. But anyways, that should be an onboard lap here in Pocono. So it is basically, this is not exactly over where you basically have to treat all corners as the same. You have to treat all 3 corners uniquely and differently. and you need to make sure you play out to your car's strengths and to the track's desired.
Yeah, it's not not an easy oval circuit. It races sort of like a road course, if you think about it enough. Anyway, 40 cars to qualify. Snoozy must qualify, and let's see how it is. Well, grid us. And well, what just happened? My fingers just slipped. Oh no, what's happened? Let's see which drivers will not qualify for this race. As do we have a Snoozy Chew?
Arisa Nunes.
Snoozy Chew. Or is Snoozy Chew? Snoozy, 19th. Okay.
Yep.
And,
Snoozy Chew is P19. But I do want to point out one thing though. Arisa Nunes in P42 means that she will miss out. So that will be our first casualty among the four for this race. Let's see how Landfilia and Cersei Soulstorm handle here.
Yeah, Arisa needs to win out anyway. Cersei Soulstorm having a start of 24th. Of course, Snoozy starting off 19th. Landfilia starting off at 26th. So Snoozy. So starts Snoozy
right.
19. Landfilia 26th and Cersei 24. So yeah, we're gonna quickly trim away the names that did not qualify, and no previous race winners curse.
Yep, because I believe at least for this one, because I just wanted give ourselves a bit of a reminder. Urarai, of course, won the previous race at Phoenix, and unlike the first two races that we've hosted today/tonight, the winner from the previous round ends up DNQing in the following race. But Curious Biga will lead the field here in Pocono in our final race of the CorpoCar World Series season 9, with Mozumi Pichi lining up alongside in P2. Hanihima will start alongside Roa Artos on row 2, with Yana Youngblood P5 alongside Serena Starstruck P6. Meifei and Meida Osita will line up alongside each other on row 4, with Poco Raccoon and alias Anono on row 5. Lullaby and Rem Kanashibari making up row 6.
All right, and this is going to be indeed Mita Osita's final CorpoCar race, starting off at P8. Hopefully, we'll send her off on a
in
high
the
note.
chat, everyone.
All right, Chrono, 13th through 24th, if you please.
14th?
Yeah, 13th through 24th.
Right on. So, Magomori, Chukasa Ryogoku, Emuri Hiragi, Katya Sable, Enya Ignis, Neruko Kamitaba, Snoozy Monomane, Laiko Liana, Mivi Ivory, and Urara Ai in that particular order.
And one more. You've got one more.
And of course, Cersei Soulstorm right beside Urara Ai.
All right, and then I'll do the rest. Ari Villages, Landfilia, Plane Hoshikuzu, Maple, Dr. Nova E, Miwa Bell, Yayugiri, Mumuyumemi, Harry Wunkle Tin, Rara Rakora, Tomami Taraya, Stimpack, Serenity Cosmica, Abershire Hawthorne, Yomi Quinley, and Malfina, rounding out the field for this title deciding race here at Pocono Raceway. So let's dim the lights. Yep, there's the nighttime setting.
Oh, this is pretty much borderline, but hey, lights are lights, and I think it's just visible enough here in Pocono under the lights here, under the sunset here in Long Pond, Pennsylvania. Let's hit the race button and see how the finale goes.
Yes, just need to make sure R Factor Live is connected, and here we go. Okay.
All right. So with the 40 cars now getting out onto the racetrack, we will see how each of these entrants will fare, especially coming into this championship battle here. We've already lost one in the form of Arisa Nunes. Now it will now be in the hands of Snoozy Chew, who I believe will start in P24. And also we got Landphilia, who starts only slightly further up ahead, and Sensei Soulstorm not far behind Snoozy Chew. So it will be a case of who manages to beat the mid-pack the best in amongst the top 3 in this championship battle. But meanwhile, at the front here, Curious Pika has everything to do from the pole position.
Top 3 lockout for VTuber as we begin the final round of CorpoCar Season 9. Who will win the title? Let's find out here at Pocono Raceway in Long Pond, Pennsylvania. Race is on!
It's the final countdown, and Peachy is leading it.
And I see 5Y into turn 1 already. Curious Pika has had a mare of a start.
And an awkward calculations by R-Factor. Several cars have jumped the gun and will be out of position.
And that in turn has now come a massive 3 to 4 wide amongst all of the entrants here.
Good lord, that's not good for some of them.
Of course, I mean, they're basically one crash away from a 25-car pileup. They all need to be careful here, as now Peachy leads here under the lights here in Pocono. And now we will see how all of these entrants will survive.
It's a young blood followed by Magamori or Kispika and I'm confused. Why isn't it updated? Yina Youngblood, Lullaby, and Magamori as R-Factor confused the starts of this race, and some of these cars are like nearly one lap down.
All right.
One driver in pit lane. That is Maple.
Yep, Maple is out. Looks to me I don't know if it's an engine failure or parts flying off, but it is a massive shame for her. But we still have 39 entrants here on this basically packed race here under the lights in Pocono. And we still see 3Y action, and you just have to wonder. It's a case of not if, but when these cars are going to crash. As we see cars now scraping the wall.
Trying to keep an eye on the drivers at hand. Cersei Soulstorm in 10th. As
also,
for
why are tires going?
Here she is.
Everybody's tires are going hot for some reason.
I lost track of Cersei. She is currently 4th.
Which is a very big gain for her. But you have to ask where Snoozy Chew and Landphilia is relative to her right now. The driver currently running, I believe in P4, is still not going to have enough of a points haul as it stands to beat Snoozy Chew at this stage. She needs at the very least second or better, and hope that her rivals finish outside the top 25 for her to win the title.
Snoozy Chew currently running 8th. Cersei 4th. And Landphilia.
I saw parts flying off. Parts flying off. I saw parts flying off.
Parts flying off. We'll have to see who it is here. It's hard to tell because 40 cars all at once. Man. Can't tell.
Thankfully not Dolby.
I am unable to tell at the moment. Yeah.
Oh, you're going a little too fast.
I'm seeing front wings all throughout, and yeah. So Cersei is
you might want to watch out who's gonna lag behind.
Bro, going into pit lane. That's gotta be the one without the front wing, and
the one that has the front wings absolutely flying off dramatically. But anyways, we are now starting to see a bit of a what do we call the field just starting to fan itself out. We are no longer now seeing a case of triple white, 3 white coming into each corner, but it's still a very cagey affair for all of the entrants here. And looking into Liana, who I believe is currently leading this race, she's doing a pretty good job at the moment, but once again, for the purposes of this championship battle, Cersei Soulstorm, if she's not in P2, then she's not going to be winning the title. That leaves us with Lanphilia. Where is Lanphilia right now?
19th.
And as it stands right now,
one spot behind Snoozy. Go ahead.
This will be Snoozy Chooses title.
Snoozy right here at 18th. It's one spot ahead of Lanphilia. Yeah, Cersei outside of P2. There's just too many cars in the way.
Yep, we're seeing a lot of shoving between these entrants here, as we're now coming into the we're coming into the end of the first third of this race, and or rather the first quarter as well.
Oh dear,
anyways,
Cersei is shuffling back.
Not exactly what she needs, but I think this might just be a strategic move for her. If she does manage to survive, like the final stages of this race, well, survive at this stage of this race, and she might just be able to hold herself back to go for that last push in that final 10 laps of this race. We will have to see how it works.
16th, 18th, and 19th, respectively, for the three championship contenders. Nighttime conditions here. Lullaby is in the lead, followed by Maybe Ivory and Lyco Liana. A whole mess of lead cars and lapped cars. We're seeing 27 drivers in the lead lap here. Choo choo. Yeah.
Choo choo.
Speaking of which, train of cars currently, and it looks to me that Poco Raccoon is leading this pack of cars, and I thought I saw one of the cars being shuffled off and into the wall, but it looks to me that it will be wow, not really. Poco Raccoon is actually a lap car, so I am mistaken here. Apologies.
Actually,
so we are going to be
very close to the last car in the lead lap, but yeah, first car being lapped now as Lalabelle has gone past Poco. And Poco's just dealing with musical chairs. More lapped cars in the way. And we're seeing, geez Louise, three, maybe four wide. And seeing three wides at best. Won't be surprised if there's four wide somewhere, but so far it's all just three wide.
All right. So, anyways, it is still gonna be a pre-KG affair with the remaining 30+ cars here in under the lights here in Pocono. Man, why don't they install basically those floodlights here in this Pocono track? It's the chance is right there for a Pocono night race, and it does help for scheduling, because due to the amount of weather-related stoppages here in this racetrack.
Yeah.
But anyways,
back only we had that. If we only had that widget that allows us to live calculate the championship, that would be awesome.
Oh yeah, also Lanphilia, currently running in P19, I believe will not have enough points to overhaul Suzy Chu, who I believe is still inside the points so far in this race. So, obviously, Lanphilia needs to push a bit harder than this in order for her to just snatch the championship away from Snoozy. But even then, this will rely on Snoozy actually having to drop down a few... drop down out of the standings outside of the top 25.
She's quickly gaining. The musical chairs are coming in, but
oh man, musical chairs.
Cersei's fluctuating.
That's a that's a popular parlor game over here in the Philippines, especially in the birthday party.
Right,
but over here, we call it Trip to Jerusalem.
Oh yeah. Oh
Interesting.
yeah. Speaking of which, we are going to be taking a look here into some few other entries still going 3 wide. I feel like there's only like 2 to 3 seconds separating between these pack of cars from the front to the back. Kirispika, as it stands now, still leads here in Pocono. Looking at Snoozy Chew right now, who I believe is currently in P18, and Latveria is in P13. So this will mean that it's still not going to be enough so far. We will see how far Landfilia can try to overcome this deficit, but we will have to... Oh, there's a bit of a twitching.
Whoa, careful.
So yeah, all these drivers need to be careful so as to not cause a massive pileup.
Snoozy 14th and Landfilia 17th. Oh, and it's getting even darker now as we approach halfway, but luckily there's still lighting towards the back. We can see what's going on here.
Update, by the way, I'm convincing a VTuber to join the project.
Wow.
As a racer.
Oh, brilliant.
The negotiations have just started now.
Holy cow.
In her server,
11th,
no less.
10th, 11th. Yeah. Still needs second or better. If Cersei does finish second, then how low must Snoozy be for Cersei to win the title?
Oh, we're halfway already.
Yeah.
But who is currently living on a prayer here?
Waiting for some words from Adak. Not sure what he's up
just
to.
wanted to check here. In terms of this like championship context here, I'm just gonna be paying attention there to Landfilia, who I believe is running in P16 or now P14, and looking into Snoozy Chew right now, who I believe is currently running in P6.
Oh.
That's a massive gain for her so far, and I think again this is another case in the championship battle. Oh, Snoozy Chew! Oh, just about lost ground, and I believe there was a nudge in the middle of the pack that forced her to go down the inside. Manages to capture the car back in control, but she will lose a good amount of position as a result.
Yeah, but that's okay. In her part, she can certainly recover.
Well, that's the fortunate part of that. But anyways, we are going to be taking a look into the...
Quickly gaining ground.
Into the latter stages of this race here. Soulstorm Soulstorm continuing to become a non-factor in this race here. So it's now become a two-way fight for the title. Snoozy Chew and Landfilia. In terms of Snoozy Chew, he is currently, as it stands, based on the running in order, she's now currently in P2.
Hello.
So if she does manage to hang on here, it will be a guaranteed title for her.
Landfilia closing in on the top 10, though. 9th. Oh, quickly getting ground into 5th. 6th, though, 7th. But Snoozy, where is she? Second behind Mimi Ivory.
Finder who are the championship protagonists again? Snoozy, Cersei, Lan.
Yep.
And right now, Landfilia becoming even less of a become even less part of the equation here. But also, I do want to point out though, there's a few amount of cars currently on the front stretch, and all the rest of the entrants are currently entering turn 3. So we will see some lap cars playing a huge amount of this equation here as we're now coming into the latter stages of this race. Maybe Ivory now still leads this race amongst the pack, and right now we just don't know. And we saw her just going off the line for a while.
Cersei Soulstorm in 3rd, but Snoozy.
That's not the minimum position. That's not the minimum position. She needs second or better. But even then, this will require Snoozy Chu and Lanfilia to have atrocious race results. But given the situation right now, they're still very healthy right now. Especially Snoozy Chu, who is looking to get this championship wrapped up.
Cars jockeying for position 2/3 of the way through this race now.
The pack racing.
Cersei leading.
As it stands right now, it's still not hers. Remember where Snoozy Chu is. She's in P15, so it's not going to be enough. Or is it? I think this might actually be enough, because if the race ends now and Snoozy Chu stays where she is at the moment, and assuming that of course
losing enough ground.
Cersei, yeah, because assuming because assuming Snoozy Chu does maintain her spot in the lead, Snoozy Chu will Cersei Soulstorm will take an unlikely title. But of course, Cersei's now dropped down to P7 with around less than 10 laps to go. This is going to be a very dramatic end to this CorpoCar World's title decider.
Alright, let me recap who's... So it's between Snoozy and Cersei. And then there's Lan, the dark horse, in her dark car.
Cersei losing ground, Lanfilia trying to gain ground.
And that back is slowly thinning. But would a win be enough for Lan? Or a high place at least?
Snoozy 10th. Trying to recover here late in this race.
Alright, so it's still a very much huge pack of cars. 3 wide, maybe 4 wide. Pretty much a normality here, as everyone is just basically having to keep their wits about it between each other. We just don't know how this championship will be decided, because there's just so many variables and so many passing on each of these lines here, as we're now coming into 7 laps to go. Oh man, my brain needs some calming down.
Speaking of 7, Lanfilia was 7th. Is 7th, okay. Briefly dropped down to 8th. Briefly dropping down to 8th, 9th now. Good grief. Cersei Soulstorm. Still nowhere where she needs to be. Snoozy 15th. Or 12th even. Snoozy persistently remaining high in the standings. Oh man, Cersei and Snoozy one ahead of the other. Lanfilia 8th.
To go. Snoozy Chu already at the back of the field right now. Urara Ai, at least from what I'm seeing, is currently leading this race. Watch out for a Hawthorne there, who of course missed out on the previous 2 races. She might play a factor in deciding what happens to this pack.
Down to 5 laps. Race leader is Eily Villainous. Close behind is Urara Ai.
Wide!
There was a 5 wide, really? I think I saw.
It's almost a 5 wide.
Almost
it's almost a 5 wide. It's basically it's just 4 wide, but you almost saw a 5 wide action there at the front of the field.
Urara Ai tried to buy for back-to-back wins. 2 VTubers members leading the way, Eily Villainous and Kilaspika. As we need to focus on the championship contenders at hand, Snoozy ahead of Lanfilia and Cersei. 4 laps away for Snoozy Chu's championship title.
And with 4 laps to go, it's still pretty much a 4-wide affair. And the contact, this contact, how did they not crash there? But anyways, we are looking into what will be an epic finish of this CorpoCar World Season and the CorpoCar 9th season as a whole. And right now we are just gonna check here. Cersei Soulstorm, the last check, is currently in P3, which still gives us a big question. Where is Snoozy Chew?
Snoozy Chew is currently 15.
And as it stands, it will be enough for her, Snoozy Chew, to get the title with 3 laps to go. But it's still, she's now dropped down to 16th the last time I checked. And also, Cersei have dropped down to P10.
Landfilia 16th. Ah! A car has popped out!
Whose car? Whose car?
I mentioned about her.
Cersei 8th, but just still not enough. Chaos reigning supreme here. Snoozy 18th. Yeah, Landfilia 19th. Penultimate lap here. Ali Verdes still leading the way. Gotta watch out for the other cars.
We're about to come into this white flag here for this CorpoCar season, and it's still a very feisty affair. We just don't know who's going to win this race, but it depends on what for the championship battle. It's all about where Snoozy Chew will finish.
Landfilia 11th, Snoozy 15th, and Cersei neck and neck. White flag is being waved for Eiley Veritas.
And Kyrie on the front with 2 laps remaining. I wonder how long would that last?
Lots of losing ground.
Landfilia in P12 the last time I checked. Snoozy Chew in P16. As it stands, Snoozy Chew will win the title.
But there's a bit of a shuffle late as cars starts to slow down. I am confused now.
They're running out of fuel. They're running out of fuel as they're about to come into the end of this race.
Snoozy!
Oh man, fuel quite an issue now.
Ahead of Landfilia and Cersei Soulstorm. Coming down to the last turn. Race win will go to Lyco Liana. And final positions up. Landfilia, Cersei Soulstorm, 14th and 17th. Snoozy Chew is the champion. Woo!
No, I'm serious. My goodness, you had to wonder how this championship will play out. And, I'm glad that it went out the way it did with Snoozy Chew only getting that win in that season opener, but she is far and away the most consistent. Landfilia and Cersei Soulstorm only needed to perform in any of these rounds, but they weren't as consistent as Snoozy Chew. So I have to give credit to Snoozy for this championship win.
Snoozy Chew has Sox Agency's first CorpoCar season championship. Fireworks, assume there's fireworks shooting out in the air at Long Pond. As we congratulate Snoozy Chew. First a West Series title and now a World Series title. Yeah, we just need to confirm the points, but it's definitely gotta be Snoozy Chew getting the title.
It's definitely going to be Snoozy Chew. It's definitely going to be Snoozy Chew.
Yeah.
I double checked. With Snoozy Chew is P7, which gives her 38 points. And just to confirm, Landfilia, I believe, finishes in P14, right?
Yeah. Landfilia
14th with, of course, Cersei down in P16, 17th? Cersei?
Yes, 17th.
Yeah, P17. So it will be Snoozy Chew, and basically the top 3 have remained unchanged. Snoozy Chew will bring home the title for, of course, Sox. So congratulations to her and her agency. for what has been a very well-deserved championship title. Now because will have to log off because I'm
Yes.
getting very close there
Yes.
to
Adak,
my curfew.
Adak,
So
thanks
thank
again
you
for
all
your
for having me
commentary.
here.
Thanks again for your commentary,
All right.
Adak. All right, see you again
You're always
next weekend.
appreciated,
All
Professor.
right, take care. Like Oleana, we gotta congratulate her because she not only has her very first podium in any CorpoCar race, that's a dub for like Oleana. So we're gonna play this. So like Oleana is a CorpoCar winner, and Kili Spica will take P2. And who finished third? It's Dr. Nova E. So it's a double podium for V4 Mirai. And we're gonna confirm the podium finishers. Leco Liana. How about some background music to things up? So Leco Liana, Kispika, and Dr. Nova E. And yeah, I still owe that $5 super chat to Tsukasa Ryogoku, but yeah, Snoozy, yeah, definitely get $5 of her own for winning the overall championship. Why don't you take us through the final results, if you please?
Yes. With pleasure. So, like Oleana, you're this season's final winner, followed by Kirispika and Dr. Nova E on the podium. Rounding out the top 10 would be Tomomi Toraya, Monomone Urara Ai Snoozy Chu Mivi Ivory, Ladabel Lullaby, and Yena Youngblood.
I'll do 11th through 20th. Why not? Ali Vildes, Surly, Cosmica, Alias, and on the land, Philia, Anya Ignis, Magomori, Cersei Soulstorm, Miwa Bell, Plan A, Hoshikuzu, and Malfina. And do we have a previous race winner's curse this time around? Just wanted to make sure. No curse, Urara! I was not cursed this time! Alright. 21st through 30th, please, Chrono.
21st through the last, right?
21st through 30.
Right on. Yomi Kindley, Katya Sable, Perry Winkleton, Yayogiri, Ryogoku Tsukasa, Emuri Hiragi, Pichi Muzumi, Serena Starstruck, Mumu Yumemi, Poko Raccoon, Meifei, and Rem Kanashibari.
Poco, May, and Rem, and I'll do the rest. Mita, sadly will end up scoreless in her final CorpoCar race. Just disappointed to see her go like that, but yeah, just yeah, wherever she ends up, I wish her the very best. So yeah, just gonna send her off with maybe F's in the chat or salute emojis, whatever you like. Yeah.
Yeah, 07's in the chat.
07s or whatever emote you like. Hadihima, Stempack, Maple, Rara, Rokora, Roro, Arctos, Naruko, Kamitama, and Ava Hawthorne dead last. Because, yeah. Well then. Alright. Gonna focus on Snoozy's car. Fastest lap, we do need to mark. That's Magamo Magomori. Magomori with a 43.268 on lap 6. So bonus point there for Magamo. And yeah, okay. We're gonna lock in the points. Consumed by the backrooms. Yeah, Ava. Yeesh. So yeah, so I'm pretty sure that's gonna be a criticality averted, and so the championship is gonna be official. Just need to consider the remaining names. Sixth place for 40 is Rara I. So 40, 45, 50, 60, 75, 100, and just need to figure out the remaining names that did not score. So Poco, Mayfei, Poco, Mayfei. Let's see. So Ava, Naruko, Roa, and Rara, and Maple. And that is all 40 names there, and bonus points to be locked in. And we're almost 2 minutes over scheduled time. Yeah, but yeah, we are. Yeah, so we're gonna focus on Snoozy's car and put in this graphic again. And and I'm gonna confirm the champion that is indeed Snoozy Chew. Oh yeah, Who Fish Top 10, they are gonna remain in Worlds. The specialty members, the roster's getting too big, so I don't think they're gonna be in season 10. And so yeah, the top 10 are Snoozy Chew, Landphilia, Cersei Soulstar, Murara I, Arisa Nunish, Killaspika, Yena Youngblood, Mayfei, Akugaki Koa, and Roa Arctos. And who else will keep their world status? Serena Starstruck will keep her world status as she's the best of the Stellaverse Pro members. So there we go. And V4 Mirai, who fished highest in V4 Mirai, that is Dr. Nova E. Ava Hawthorne, will see her again in December. And that's it. So mark off the names of those that did qualify. Do 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 do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do, do, do,
I'm more of a.
do,
It's the final countdown.
Yeah, just need to play the music again. Snoozy. And let's see, 27th and below. And below, there's the capture button here. And yeah.
Right on.
All right, so
That's it. CorpoCar. Done and dusted.
Yeah, just need to showcase the final standings. Actually, oh great! I can't find where the standings are. Okay, there they are. So, all right. So there you have it. 407 points for Snoozy Chew, 375 for Landphilia, Cersei Soulstorm third, 316. Urara I, 290. Erison Nunash running out the top 5 with 283. Names with yellow highlights are through to Worlds Season 10 in December. Yeah, that's. I think that's all marked correctly. And yeah, you'll see the full final results also on the Twitter post and Blue Sky post as well. And bottom half the standings, yeah. Okay, so yeah, bottom of the standings for Hanahira, even though she's on the splash screen throughout the whole series. Ibuprofen. Alright, so let's go ahead and wrap things up. So what did we learn?
Ovals make for exciting finales.
Yeah, but it's sometimes hard to follow when it's close pack racing and musical chairs like what we saw. Luckily, there was only like 3 drivers to follow. If it were like a dozen, yeah. So,
yeah, ibuprofen for the computing part.
Yeah. So yeah, Snoozy Chew is the CorpoCar Season 9 champion. So she's gonna get marked with a silver star for her West Series win like a few seasons ago, and a gold star for her Worlds win. Alright. So that is gonna do it. Next 2 weekends, Formula Hollow and STCC action. First at Magny-Cours and the Castellier. So you excited for Formula Hollow next 2 weekends, Chrono?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see y'all. The complete collection of CS cars.
Yeah. Everyone
There's only 3 to go.
Yeah.
Keep in mind.
Alright. 3 liveries to go in the challenge. So, Chrono, thank you for your commentary.
Always a pleasure.
And I'd like to thank Adak and Wisp for their commentary throughout the season as well. And thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for watching this season of CorpoCar action. Season 10 will start to take place with a double split series in October. And then after that, it's Worlds in December. So we'll see the Corpos again in October. So that's going to do it. Congratulations to Snoozy Chew.
There.
Right. Champion of CorpoCar Season 9. So, everyone, be sure to take good care of yourself. We all love you here. Take care of your health, not just your physical health, your mental health as well. We all love you here in the VTRP. Yeah. We all got you back if you're feeling down. It's a safe haven for everyone here. And everyone, please have an awesome week ahead. We will see you again next weekend for Formula Hollow action in France. So, for all of us here, I am Dag the Pig. He is Chrono. Thank you so much for watching. On to Dag.
And Otsu Chrono.